Hello and welcome back by Hopster Coding. Today we're gonna see something about functions, methods, procedures like that. So sometimes you have some code which needs to be executed a few times, so you don't want to copy paste it like 10 times in the same program. That's a waste of time and of memory space. So let's say we want to print something out, a line or so. So we want to print out some a basic menu, for example. So we can do system.out.print line. You can just do like this. I'm just gonna print out a basic menu. As you can see, we're already copy pasting. Tutorial menu. We're gonna print this out. Don't want that. I want to run the function methods, run as Java application. So there we have some basic menu, but let's say we don't want to print this out like 2 times. You can just make another method. You're gonna say it's a void because you're gonna execute something. Void print a line. I'm just gonna do it like that. So actually we created a new method. It's a void. That means it's gonna execute some code just like the main is a void. It's gonna execute something, and we're gonna say you're gonna put that in here. So we're gonna print out this line. So let's delete this right here, and we just can say now print line. Oh, we have to make it static because it's it's another function. So it's just gonna make print line. So actually, if you're gonna execute this, the same stuff will be executed, just like that. Let's say we want to create like an area of a rectangle, and you want to say, or not really a new area of a rectangle, like that, and it's gonna make something right there. So you're gonna say int height is equal to 5, int width is equal to 2. What you can do is just do 2 multiplied by 5, make it plus there, and make it between parentheses. So if you're gonna print this out, what I'm doing, just width and height in there, of course. Misspelled. Okay. So if you gonna run this code, it's gonna say 10, of course. But what if you have some more? What if you want some more stuff to calculate? So let's say you want some method which calculates the width and height for you. So we're gonna make a static an integer now, not because it's not going to execute something, it's going to calculate something and then send it back. So calc area, and then we won't have to return something. I'm just going to say null for the moment. So you just can say now, instead of that here, just calc area, and just like that. So now we have to calculate something in there, so we can just say calculate the height and the width, but because it's another method, we can't just use the height and the width of there because we don't have them. They don't get recognized. See? So you just can say right here, you're just gonna fill in some parameters which you can give to this one. So we're gonna say the integer height and an integer width. I'm just gonna h. And you can just, as you can see, it gives an error because it requires two arguments, two integers. This is gonna say height and the width. So now we're gonna say go to this method, go to this one, to this function, and then say height is equal to h and width is equal to w. So now we're gonna say return the value. You can just do int area is equal to h multiplied by v. So, and now you can just say return the area. And now what basically happens is return the area, and it's gonna calculate this and it's gonna return this value. So actually this will be the same as area, which is h multiplied by v. So if we're gonna execute this code, it's gonna say 10, we're gonna say 8 for example, it's gonna say 16. So that's basically how it works. You can do the same with the booleans if you want to check if something is true or not. Name, for example, you want to check return false. You want to check if height is bigger than width, for example. You want to check that. I'm just gonna call it check for a second, and I'm gonna give two integers, int num1 and int num2, and we're gonna say sys. I'm just gonna copy paste it and just do that. So then we want to say check, and we want to give two numbers with it, like the height and the width. Now we're going to check if the height is bigger than the width. So number 1, if num1 is bigger than num2, then return true. Num1. Else, if it's not, it's just gonna return false anyway. So we're gonna check if it's bigger than that. So we're gonna run it, and it's gonna say true because 8 is bigger than 4. So let's say it will make it 3. It's gonna say false because 3 is less than 4. See, so you can check booleans, integers, characters. Voids can just execute a piece of code you don't want to copy a few times. This is only a little piece of code, but if you want to have, if you have some bigger code happening and you don't want to copy paste it a few times because the code will be unreadable, this is some easy piece of code one time and you just can call it everywhere in your program. So that's how functions and methods are working. I hope you enjoyed and learned something. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment if you have some problems, and yeah, see you next tutorial. Bye.